Yo everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Steins. Last left off, we were talking about Quisu, about, trying to figure out what's going on with the whole leaping through time and trying to save Mayuri, and talking about causality and all this pretty heavy stuff. Quisu squats next to me, thinking deeply. If what you're saying is true, then I want to save Mayuri too. But as the co-created the time leap machine, I can't recommend its continued use. Will you listen to my advice? I can't do it alone. I know that now. I need your help. I have to save Mayuri. I can't do it alone, but together we might have a chance. I need to believe that. Please lend me your strength. Quisu sighs. Such a stubborn fool. What you've been through. I'm surprised it hasn't broken you already. Incredibly, she sounds concerned about me. She looks at me for a moment, then turns away as if embarrassed. I'll help. Anyway, I'm not doing this for you, okay? I'm doing this for Mayuri. Yeah, of course. That, and I think you'll make a good test subject. Now you're talking like Siren. It's completely different. How so? I'm only experiment on you. I'll only experiment? I only experiment on you? There we go. Besides, mad scientists experiment on themselves all the time, don't they? I guess. I'm no longer afraid to time leap. I'll do anything to save Mayuri. It's just a joke, don't take it so seriously. Quisu stands up and looks at her watch. There's not much time. I think you should have a clear plan before trying to change the future again. Meaning, leap to even earlier time. Leap to an even earlier time. Then explain the situation to me again. Chris is right. My actions have so far have been almost entirely random. Look where it's gotten me. I need a real plan if I'm going to save Mayuri. Let's go. Quisu stretches out her hand. I grab it and pull myself up. Mayuri and Dara are already back when I return to the lab. Suza is there too. To get rid of them, Quisu and I explain that we forgot to go do the shopping, so they could please take care of it for us. I have to cough up the money to convince them to go, but it works. I understand why you can't tell Mayuri, but why can't you tell Hadashi? I'll tell him when it's necessary. For now, it's not. I don't have time to explain. While Quisu sets up the machine, I head downstairs to turn the Bron Tube workshop. Kick the door open and turn on the 42-inch CRT. That went more smoothly than I anticipated. It's highly illegal, of course, but I'll be leaping long before the top cops get here. Quisu looks shocked when I return to the lab. They'll throw you in the slammer for breaking and entering. In a few seconds, it wouldn't have happened. Quisu hands me the headgear and I put it on. I see. That's how it looks from your perspective. What does it look like from my perspective? What happens here after you leap? You'll know soon enough. Yeah, it's a weird thought. My consciousness travels to the past. That I know from experience. But what happens about the body I leave behind? If time is a straight line, then it's likely that the present will be reconstructed based on my actions in the past. But if the many worlds interpretation holds, then after I leave, this world will continue on as if nothing happened. I used to be fascinated by the structure of the universe, but now I don't really care. All that matters is saving Mayuri. Quisu's fingers stop typing on the keyboard. What's wrong? It's nothing. I was just thinking. Maybe it works like a D-mail. The instant we send a D-mail, the present changes around us. thanks to reading Steiner. Only I remember what it was like before. That would make things easier. I kinda hope you're wrong. Because you can't collect data if you can't record the change? Exactly. Chrissy nods and begins tinkering with the settings again. I'll set the destination to 5 hours ago. You should arrive around 20 to 2. Completed the time loop machine just after 2. Do you remember? Barely. For Chrissu, this happens only 5 hours ago. For me, it feels like weeks. Maybe it has been weeks. Nobody likes a man who can't remember dates. Be thankful that I make a habit of checking the time. I have a pretty good idea of what happened when. Chrissu finishes typing and turns to face me. Listen, Okabe. If you're going to keep using the time leap machine, there's one thing you must remember. Don't let go of your phone. Ever. It's your lifeline. Your destination marker. As long as you keep it with you, you can leap to any time you want. But if you lose your phone, someone else gets a hold of it. Then if I leap to that time, my memories could overwrite theirs. I don't want to imagine what might happen next. If it breaks or the battery dies, then I won't be able to leap to that time. If it breaks, then I can get a new phone with the same number, but there will still be a period of time in which I can never leap. The time leap will fail. Once again, never let go of your phone. Got it. After you leap back to this afternoon, just sit tight and don't do anything until I complete the time leap machine. If you accidentally prevent me from completing the machine, it will likely wreak havoc with the timeline. As soon as I've finished, declare that we will not experiment, then send everyone home. Ask me to stay, then tell me the truth. If you say you came from the future, I'll probably believe you. How do you know? Who knows me better than myself? Chris again grins faintly, stands up after she's done typing. Don't forget, it was my mad skills that turned the phone wave into a time leap machine. When you told me about your time leap, I took it as proof that my theories were right. I was happy it succeeded. I really was. I don't doubt it was true for a second. I didn't doubt it was true for a second. Let's see. Just to be safe, I should probably give you a passphrase. What I want the most right now is my own fork. What? It doesn't mean anything, okay? Uh-huh. You want your own fork? I already have a spoon. Wait, that doesn't matter. What? Everything's ready. Now get out of here. I nod and call the phone wave name subject to change. Be careful and remember, I'm always on your side. Chrissu touches my shoulder, then steps away. Yeah, just about 1:45. I lie back on the sofa with the phone in my hand. Needles in my brain. Whining in my ears. These sensations never get any easier to endure. Look at the clock. It's about 1:45. There's a high school baseball game on TV. In about 15 minutes, Chrissu will finish the time leap machine. All it needs is some final adjustments, so there's nothing more. There's nothing for me to do but wait. As the pain in my brain subsides, I realize that my head is throbbing. Why? Oh, I remember. Right before this, I had an argument with Mr. Brown, in which he introduced his fist to my skull. Mario is at his sewing machine, working on a costume. Dao is at his computer, checking Mo artwork from the internet, collecting. Chris is in the development room, upgrading the time leap machine. I sit motionless as the minutes tick by. Suddenly the sound of the sewing machine stops. Ocarine, can you come here? Mishu? Mayuri shows me her costume. Can you hold this? Spread it out like thwomp. Moshi, say thwomp again. Daru. Stop it, Piv. I follow Mo's directions and spread the costume out by the sleeves. Okay, thanks. Mary looks a little tired. She's been working on this costume all night. But then she smiles brighter than the sun. Hold on. I said something here, didn't I? What was it? I can't remember. I finished before Chris-chan. We were racing. You won, Mary. Congratulations. But I'm finished too. Chris finishes connecting 2 cords she's been holding. Complete. Alright, that's my cue. We're not experimenting. Eh? Crap. Was that too soon? Just finishing where you're shutting it down? What have I been doing these past 2 days? Time leaping presents a host of problems. I want to consider them all carefully. Huh? That's unusual, respectable option coming from you. Problems? I thought it was done. I'll explain later. Everyone's tired, so let's go home. We're not going to have a party to celebrate? We'll do that another day. I managed to convince Daru and Mayuri to leave. I lend... oh, that's a worrying thing. I lend Mayuri my phone charger, since we have the same brand of phone. Because her phone dies, I remember, but still. We need a phone charger. Krista tries to go home, but I quickly keep her back. Did I say quickly or quietly? Quietly keep her back. What? Are you upset? Yeah. Probably because I shot it down right after she finished the time leap machine. She'll soon feel relieved later, but only after she has time to fully consider its implications. I came from 5 hours in the future. Chris spears me with a piercing glare. Is that supposed to be funny? Her narrowed eyes make me believe that looks can kill. Don't glare at me like that. This isn't right. You're supposed to believe me. What makes you think I'll believe something like that? You told me so 5 hours from now, okay? Don't be ridiculous. I would never make such a baseless projection. I'd like to have a word with future Quizu, damn it. This is how you're going to be. Then you leave me no choice but to quote you word for word. When I told you about the time leap, you said, I took it as proof that my theories were right. I don't doubt it was true for a second. Don't forget, it was my mad skills that turned the phone wave into a time leap machine. I don't talk like that. What do you want most right now? What you want most right now is your own fork. What? Chris's face suddenly turns red. You already have your own spoon, apparently. She said that. I'm gonna kill myself 5 hours from now. She appears genuinely shocked for some reason, but I'm pretty sure she believes me now. It feels like someone peeked into my heart. That someone is Okabe, of all people. What does she think I'm going to do? But I think I believe me. Tell me the details. I'll explain everything to Krisu again. I'm able to organize my thoughts better since this is my second time. I see. If what you say is true, then we have a serious problem. There are 5 hours until Mayuri's death. We need to come up with a plan before then. Fujimi said that chronologically protection conjecture holds, but I don't think that's quite right. That conjecture says that according to the quantum theory, time travel is impossible due to the danger of disturbing causality. But when you time leap, there's no chance of a time paradox occurring. Two of me don't exist at the same time, and I can't bring anything with me to the past. All that changes are memories stored in my temporal lobe. So at the very least, time leaping can't cause a grandfather paradox. So I was right. The universe itself is censoring me, correcting any changes I try to make. If that's true, then time leaping can't save Mayuri. Nothing you do will change the result. I can't accept that. Neither can I. The world is trying to kill Mayuri. As a scientist, I refuse to believe such nonsense. What about the many worlds interpretations? I just need to observe the world line where Mayuri doesn't die. The many worlds interpretation? That might have something to do with how Mayuri's means of death keeps changing. But it's supposed to be impossible for parallel worlds to observe each other. Why are you different? Because of my Esper power, reading Steiner. There's no time for your Chunibu you nonsense. There's no other explanation. You mentioned that reading Steiner thing before. Were you actually serious? Why would I make up something like that? Our DML experiments prove that I could somehow perceive changes in the timeline when they occur. And it's an ability only I seem to possess. I don't know. But I don't want to rely on something that may or not even exist. Anyway, you can't control which possibilities you observe. Even if many worlds interpretation holds true, it's unreasonable to expect that you'll be able to find a world where Mayuri doesn't die. Wait, we're not getting anywhere. Instead of analysing what I've done, let's think about what we can do. Time leaping won't change the result. I just said that. Then what do we do? Calm down. How can I calm down? Do you know how many times I've seen Mayuri die? Covered in blood, gasping for air, the light faded from my eyes again and again and again. And all I could do was watch. I hear my teeth grinding in my skull, reclaiming that despair, that feeling, that utter powerlessness. Makes me want to lash out at everything within reach. Getting emotional won't solve anything. You only can because you weren't there. True. I don't know what happens 5 hours from now. To be honest, it doesn't feel real at all. But it's not like I don't believe you. You have to stay strong, Okabe. Kurisu pats my arm. Her hand is warm, and her touch is gentle. How American of her. Sorry. She's right, getting emotional won't solve anything. I need to calm down. Calm down. What I don't understand is how the cause can change, but the effect can stay the same. It's like causality itself isn't broken. Maybe Kuromoka shooting her isn't the real cause of her death. Maybe it's something larger, less obvious. For example, maybe she dies because we invented a time machine, or because Heron discovered our hacking. If that's the cause, then it doesn't really matter how she dies, causality remains intact. Can that theory explain why Ney pushed her in front of the train? Oh, right, Anyway, the principle of causality is absolute. Deny that and you deny all of physics. There must be a distinct cause for Mayuri's death. So if you figure out what that is, then we may be able, then maybe we can save her. Not necessarily. What do you mean? The problem is when the causality event occurs. If it happens too far in the past, then there's nothing we can do. But I could travel to any time I had a cell phone, can't I? No, it's still theoretical, but I believe that one time leap within our machine has a maximum wage of 48 hours. Can only go back 2 days? Didn't you tell me that before? Before what? I just finished the time leap machine, remember? That is true. Future, you didn't say anything about it either. Oh, so that's what you mean. Maybe she just didn't have the chance. So how come I can only go back up to 2 days? I don't know, even I don't understand everything that's going on inside that thing. But you can consecutively leap, that is. As long as the time leap machine exists, for example. If the time leap machine remains functional for 10 years straight, if the time leap machine remains functional for 10 straight years, then you can leap back to this moment 10 years from now. Of course, it would take a total of 1,825 leaps, so I don't recommend it. Still, it's theoretically possible. Then, what's the problem? Weren't you listening? I said as long as the time leap machine exists. When was the time leap machine completed? Ah. Exactly. An hour ago. August 13th, 2010. 2 PM or thereabouts. It didn't exist before then. It's impossible to use the machine before 2 PM today. So what you're saying is, count 48 hours back. I can't go back further than 2 PM on the 11th. Krisu nods, her expression grave. Most likely. Can't you improve it? Eventually, maybe, but certainly not now. I need a real laboratory with real equipment. It would be expensive, which means I need sponsors. And if we look in, I'm pretty sure Stein would crush us. I'd say that's proven by the fact that neither you nor I have leapt from... I'll say that's proven by the fact that neither you nor I have leapt from the future yet. From far future yet. So basically, we can't do anything. Even with the time leap machine, we can't stop Stein from killing Mayuri 5 hours from now. At the moment, I hear sound from outside the window. What? Is it Mocha? Did she overhear us? I dash to the window and look down at the street. It's Suzaha. Her bicycle has fallen over. She's going over. My word, words are hard today. Her bicycle has fallen over and she's going to pick it up. Our eyes meet. Huh? Why does she look so pale? Her lips move slightly. Yeah, slightly. It looks like she's whispering something, but I can't make it out from here. Hey! I call out to Suzaha, but she leaps on her bike and zips away. She's acting strange. I smell conspiracy. Mocha was a spy? Could Suzaha be the same? It's too dangerous to trust anyone. Suzaha has exhibited suspicious behavior, though not as much as Mocha has. She's openly hostile towards Krisu, and she was able to take down Seren's hit squad single-handedly. I wonder if this missing father of hers really exists. Could he be the John Tider who's been posting on the internet? What is the meaning behind the name Barrel Tider? Instinct tells me she knows something. I dash out the lab. Hey, where are you going? I know I don't have much chance to catch her on foot, but I have to try. There's something going on here. This is a completely new sequence of events. According to my memory of the future, Suzaha is supposed to remain at the Bond Tube workshop until 6:30 this evening. But when she overheard me talking to Krisu, she suddenly took off like a bat out of hell. This has to mean something. Suzuha was already out of sight, but when she left, she was heading for Chiodoi. I wonder if her phone's on. Maybe I should try calling her. Come to think of it, that reminds me of something. Can I actually try and call her? Oh! Wow, okay. Oh, weird! It's like... Suzuha, I need to talk to you. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. What? All because I acted like a spoiled child. This time I'm going. Bye. Wait! Suzuha, wait! It's happened again. She's going to disappear. Last time I lost sight of her near the station. I search... Can I try calling her again? No. I search up and down Chiodoi, but found no trace of Suzuha or bike. I have to be careful. There could already be rounders here in Akiba. I comb the air on the station's main exit, but there's no sign of her anywhere. I lost sight of her before, so I thought she might be close by. Maybe I should corner her on my next timely. Press her for answers before she can escape. I better go back to the lab. I start walking from the station, but just then, the people around me gasp and point. Everyone's looking up at the sky. No, not the sky. The satellite embedded in the roof of Radican. Why now? It's been there for 2 weeks. It's practically a landmark now. But everyone looks like they're seeing it for the first time. So I turn and look up too. What? The lights on the satellite are blinking. Is someone inside? Who? Suzuha. Or could it be Mocha? The satellite has remained silent for all my previous time leaps. What has changed? Obviously the fact that Suzuha overheard my conversation with Krisu. Previously I lost sight of her at the station. In other words, right next to Radican. Suzuha must be up there. Everyone's staring at the satellite. This is my chance to sneak in without being noticed. The shutters are half open. This is where I confronted Mocha. I summon my courage and crawl through the crack. When I get inside, the first thing I see is Suzuha's bike lying on the floor. So it is her. What is she trying to do? Where is that satellite? How is this related to John Titor? Is it even a satellite? No one knows for sure. I checked online. No satellites fell out of orbit that day. When they do, whether by accident or design, they usually burn up in the atmosphere. It's impossible for one to land in such perfect condition. So what is it then? A jolt suddenly runs through my body. Could it be a time machine? There's only one way to know for sure. I need to get there before Suzuha does something. The elevator and escalators aren't operating, so I bound up the stairs 2 at a time. My lungs gasp as my legs burn as I force my body to carry me up to the top. There's a satellite lodged in the Radican's roof. I notice wires hanging in place. The police must have done that so it wouldn't fall. There's a hatch open to the side of the machine. I see someone moving inside. Suzuha! The person froze when I shout. I run to the satellite. Bingo. Okabe. Suzuha turns to me with a sad expression. Behind her I could see the interior of the satellite. It's surprisingly simple, without the switches and buttons you expect. Instead there's a black box the size of the desktop PC. There are numbers below the screen. Below on the screen 2000, well, today's date, and below that 1975, well, 35 years ago. Suzuha reaches out to press the button. Ow! Sparks burst from the panel. She jerks back, her fingertips burned. What are you doing? It's not working. You know how to use that thing? She doesn't reply. I see her shoulders sag. It's not working. Those sparks had to be from an electrical source. Those sparks had to be from an electrical sort. My eyes are burning from the smoke. Answer me, Anime Suzuha. I swallow hard, then ask the question. This is a time machine, isn't it? Are you a time traveler? With her head hung low, Suzuha nods. I'm John Tider. Well then. There's still a big crowd outside, so we exit the building at the side facing away from the station. Suzuha's calmed down a bit, so I start pressing her for answers. What do you mean you're John Tider? Exactly what it sounds like. I'm the John Tider who's been posting on our channel. I thought he was a guy. Suzuha smiles humorously. Fooled you. Guess my camouflage worked then. Who are you hiding from? Seren. Those stories you posted, were they true? Mostly? A few exceptions? It's those exceptions that bother me. Wait, exceptions or exaggerations? Exceptions. So you came from 2036, and that satellite, that's your time machine? I was hoping you wouldn't find out, but my time machine went and broke on me. I really screwed up, huh? I thought Ty's time machine was loaded in a Chevy. Chevy, that's a car, right? Where do you hear that? The Titan 2000 said so. 2000? That might be me on a different world line. At least, I haven't been to 2000. I came straight here from 2036. So, it was someone else? It's true, the Titan never posted in 2000. Not in the current world line. It doesn't matter. I can worry about that later. What do you know? I press Suzuha for answers, trapping her between me and the wall so she can't escape. You overheard my conversation with Kusu, right? Why did you run to the time machine? What are you trying to do? I thought it was my fault. What? Because I neglected my mission, Seren was able to put their plan into motion. Is it true? Suzuha suddenly grabs my shoulder. Is it true that Seren kills Shiomori? It's true. I leapt from 5 hours in the future. I time leaped? Yeah, time leapt. Time leaped? So you guys completed your time machine. I need answers. What do you mean it was your fault? Suzuha bites her lips and looks away. I'll tell you everything. I think you need to know, you and Krisu. Krisu? Why Krisu? I guess I'll find out if I let Suzuha talk. We should head back to the lab. But first, I offer Suzuha my handkerchief. She looks at me for a second, then takes it and ties it. Oh, ties it around her burned hand. Thanks. She should probably see a doctor about the hand, but there's no time for that. Mayuri's death is approaching. I hope she's not in too much pain. I wrap a towel around her hand to keep people around us from staring. Ah! Welcome back, Ocarine. Oh, Suzuha's with you too. When I get back to the lab, Mayuri and Daru are there for some reason. I thought I sent them home. Mayuri gives me a ditzy answer when I asked them. I really thought we should celebrate the birth of Super Phone-chan. Phone Wave-chan. So Daru and Kun and I went shopping. I should have known she wouldn't stay away. Kusu looks worried as I am. She leans close. She leans close and whispers into my ear. What do we do? Make absolutely sure Mayuri doesn't find out. Kusu nods slightly. What are you guys whispering about? Oh, how many times do I have to say it? No party. Come on, Ocarine. That's no fun. It's not about fun. I glance at Suzuha. She still looks depressed. Suzu-san, are you feeling okay? Suzu, Christine and I have important matters to discuss. That's why I ask you to leave for the day. Mayushi wants to hear them too. I think he's serious. But Suzu looks sad. Mayushi's worried. Sorry. Suzu hangs her head and bites her lip. I know she feels responsible for Mayu's death. But how is she related? That's what I'm here to find out. I want Mayu and Daru to stay. I call them by their nicknames because they're easier, or their names. Well, nickname, yeah, you know what I mean. It concerns them too. Suzu says so, then I have no objections. But I quietly put her aside and remind her not to tell them about Mayu's impending death. Then, I quickly explain Suzu's true identity. That she posted on @channel as John Tider, and the satellite in this reality. Wait, and the satellite is really a time machine. That she came from the year 2036. A girl from the future? That's awesome. Can I shake your hand? We're not playing around, Daru. What year were you born? 2017. Last year. That's weird. That's in 7 years. You haven't been born yet, but you're here? Huh? Huh? There's no time to deal with Mayu's confusion. Alright, Suzu, let's hear it. Well, the gist is what I posted on that channel. I came from the future in the year 2036. In my time, the world is a dystopia ruled by Seren. There's no war, no conflict, but no freedom either. Dystopia? A society where every activity is controlled by the government. In a dystopia, you're not allowed to eat bananas unless it's banana eating day. If you break that rule, you'll be thrown into jail without a trial. Oh, can it be banana eating day every day? That's That's terrible. Mayushi loves bananas. Forget about the bananas. Never forget about bananas. I'm part of the resistance fighting to free humanity from Seren's control. I came to the past to change my present. From your point of view, I guess I should say the future. To change the future. Change the future. She doesn't sound like she's joking. What about finding your father? Was that a lie? Suzu doesn't answer. Does that mean it was a lie? Seren is a research institution. They don't have political power. I explained that to John Titus several times online. Online? Wait, don't tell me. You're Kurigohan and Kamehameha. Chrissy turns red and looks away. Tyler came forward, so it's only fair that I do. In that case, I'll come clean too. I was posted under my true name. Hoin Kyo. Yeah, I know. You harmonized. Suzu frowns. She must not like having anything in common with Krisu. She clears her throat and continues. Seren is still a research institution in 2036. The world is actually ruled. The world is actually ruled by Seren's secret backers, the Committee of 300. The Committee in 300? They're real? The name was in Seren's top secret documents. When Seren successfully completed their time machine, they became the sole entity with power over the fourth dimension, time. In just 2 years, there remained the world to serve their purpose. Remade. were made. Just 2 years? But that's only an objective time. I bet Seren's time travelers spent many decades leaping back and forth across history, building the foundation of Seren's rule. That brings us to you, Krisu. Suza glares at Krisu. In 2036, you're hypothesized as the mother of the time machine. Hypothesized? In Japanese, please. Hypothesized, as in revered and respected. She keeps using unusual vocabulary, or maybe that's normal vocabulary in 2036. Respected, huh? I am? In 2010, you pioneered time leap technology. Afterwards, you contributed in the development of Seren's time machine. That's what I know about Masaaki Krisu. Is that why she treats Krisu like an enemy? Then I must be the father of a time machine, right? Okabe Minato is a terrorist in 2036. You're pretty infamous. Huh. What? Seriously? I'm a terrorist in the future? I helped Seren build a time machine? I don't believe it. Seren experiments on people against their will. They're a disgrace on the scientists everywhere. I would never collaborate with them. But that's not how it is in the future. How did future me explain herself? We've never met, but by 2036, you're already dead. Sorry. Well, that's just great. I don't even make it to 50. In my time, there are two kinds of people. Those who live eternally, extremely long lives, and those who die young, under suspicious circumstances. People who act against Seren are erased. They erased me? Suza looks into Krisu's eyes. For once, she's not glaring at Krisu. Maybe you're being used by Seren too. Maybe they took your parents hostage and forced you to work on their time machine. No. That means Mama's in danger? Krisu's mother is America. It's not terribly difficult to imagine Seren kidnapped her while Krisu's away. After all, I watched Mocha kill Mayuri in cold blood. Rounders. What's that? Seren's private army, or something like that. Suzuha nods. On paper, they're an independent technology research firm. In reality, they do their own dirty work for Seren all over the world. According to Mocha, they have two chief duties. First, acquire IBM 5100s, the only computers that can access Seren's secret database. Second, to find promising scientists in the field of time travel and force them to cooperate with Seren, or eliminate them if they will not. So they already exist. I thought they might. In my time, they're our #1 enemy. Dirty work? Does this mean like kidnappings and assassinations? Suza looks at me with a question in her eye. I shake my head. In my time, yes, but I don't think they've reached that level in this time yet. Yet being the key word. Daru is visibly relieved. Anime-san. Amane-san. I keep calling it anime. You said most of what you posted as John Tyler was true, right? Right. Does that mean you know how the universe works? You claim that the Ifrit Wheeler model, the many worlds interpretation, is correct? That was a lie, camouflaged so that Seren won't target me. If it makes one lie into the truth, then the bad seed spoils the barrel. Oh wait, no. Where did seed come? And then the bad apple spoils the barrel. So you don't know? I do. You know what? I think I'm going to save this for next episode. As I feel a lot of sciencey stuff coming. So yeah. Stuff is going along quite confusingly, but interestingly. So till next time, everybody. Bye.